Good morning, YouTube. Hello to my new subscribers. Hello, everybody. Um, it's too early for this shit. It really is. Literally too. I honestly should have stayed with the book I was listening to instead of hopping on somebody else's live stream who doesn't. They're connected, but they don't have a clue. Still don't have a clue. Still don't. They're still so fucking asleep. There's so many people who say they're conscious and they don't have a clue what true consciousness is. Okay? I was listening to The People of the Lie by M. Scott Peck. It was on audiobook and I had a real book here in my home. Let me show you. Let me find it. Our floor is so dirty, I need to clean it out now. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Let's see if I can find the book on her. Puzzle. Cupcake puzzle. I'll do it one day. Ah, found it. Okay, there's the book. I actually got this from somebody here in the building, I guess, who left and they didn't want to didn't want to take it with them or whatever. So I was listening to the audio book of that book on Creatrix 13's channel. And he was saying a lot of stuff that I agree with. Like almost everything he said I agreed with. It was just certain things that I thought I didn't agree with because of how he said them. But he says basically the same things that I say. The same thing about the truth of evil, or the truth of the lie, which is evil, and the truth of truth. And well, he doesn't talk really much about that. He sticks to what he's talking to, which is basically the lie and the evil and the truth of it. Okay. And I was enjoying listening to the book, you know. So then I hop on Hassan Campbell's channel, and he gets paid for doing his. I don't never want to get paid for doing this. I love doing this for free. Okay? I love sharing truths for free. I love getting on here for free. It's kind of a therapy for me. Okay, because Hassan, he's sitting up here and he's listening to people's accounts of how they were raped and brutalized day in and day out. You know, but he still, in his mind, thinks that there's a such thing as a crazy person. You can't be hearing this truth. Hey, and good morning, love. Good morning. You can't be hearing this truth and know the truth about the things of evil and still believe that there's a such thing as a crazy person. You have to, of course, know that there is a such thing as a mentally disturbed person, and that the severity of the mental disturbedness is at the top of everything that's going on right now. All of this is at the top of the wealth pyramid. It's at the top of the industrial pyramid. You know what I'm saying? The illness is at the top and it works its way down. That's why you have pedophiles here on the ground, you know, that be doing it, you know. and getting caught. You know, there's pedophiles that do it and don't get caught, and they do it every day. And those are the billionaires. Nobody talks about them. We just talk about, you know, the ones who are affected by this evil. Yeah, the government too is at the top of every pyramid. Every last one except the food pyramid. So, instead of him truly acknowledging the root of the disease, he wants to try and take away from it, but he doesn't know that his suggestion is only adding to it. Yeah, I know, right? A GMO food pyramid. That's exactly what it is. See, if we stop going to work, that's when they roll out the motherfucking robots. They've been waiting for this moment. China right now has a workforce of it's like 20% or some shit, 10%, almost 20% robots. I mean, 81,000 people lost their jobs last year to robots. Okay? So, you can stop going to work. Why do you think they're making these? Really? How much do you get? So, they launched the universal basic income in Oakland. How much do you get a month? How much do you get a month? Oh, do you know the average of what they get a month for universal basic income? Oh, do you know it ranged? Do you know the criteria for the range? 12 to 3,000, $1,200 to $3,000. Okay. So that is basically the dystopian system coming online, because I'm already a part of it, because I get disability. Okay. They did it on certain demographics. Okay. Was there any poor people involved? I bet you it wasn't. Anyway. I'm waiting for your response. I was asking if there was any poor people that they used this or started this universal basic. They said there was. When they say there is, it usually is like less than 10% poor people there. Okay, maybe 1%. It's like literally probably one poor person there. Like, I'm the only black person in this photo. It was one poor black person there. Sorry, the AI blocks when I type too much. Yeah, same here. So I'm going to show y'all this picture. Find the black person. That is here in Kewanee, Illinois, for a scholarship. I got a scholarship at the school I attend, Black Hawk College. Okay, so, and the scholarship I got, it was only $500. Thank you. But it was for the school year, and I didn't even get the chance to use it all, because I didn't even get a chance to finish school, because I can't get to school, because, I'm suffering from my own issues, and then, I can't get a car because one of the issues I'm suffering from is poverty. So there's that. Yeah, that's it. They have, oh my God, I can't even explain, like, it's like a a hidden, but it's not very well hidden racism that's here, you know, and they disguise the racism as toleration. You know, we can tolerate black people. You know, see, I got a black friend, I can tolerate black people. That's still racist. Okay? There is no black person in power here. I do. I do get free college money. I do. Right, okay. I do get free college money, but it's not enough for me to, you know what I'm saying, do what I need to do on. You know what I'm saying? I need to, you know, like, okay, for instance, when I go take my exam for health information management, I'm going to have, I think they said this between $500 and $800. You see what I'm saying? And I'm living alone. I'm blessed not to have children, and I know children are a blessing, but I mean, we're entering a time that earth will become like Israel was on that day. In one day, the day of the siege, children are expensive. The day of the siege, people was eating their babies. Okay? And we're coming into that time. I mean, we're coming into a time where the Bible says people will fall on their swords, meaning they'll be killing themselves. We're coming into the time where it says people will be, men's hearts will fail them for fear for, you know, the things that are coming upon the earth, meaning shit that's gonna come. Just Jay can't be a cannibal. What? You gonna be a cannibal. You know what I'm saying? Meaning everything that's gonna be inside that is inside the earth right now is gonna be coming up out of the earth, on top of the planet. Okay? Everything that's been hidden from our eyes. Everything that evil hid for this time. Okay? The things that go bump in the night that people want to pretend like they don't exist. Okay? Those things will be making a fucking appearance and in full force. And motherfuckers will not be able to handle that shit. Okay? I mean, for every one person, there is 7 entities of evil up under the planet. Okay? And I'm not talking about just one type of entity. I'm talking about a myriad of them. Okay, some made of fire, some made of water, some made of air. The ones of air are already out here. Some of them are already out here. Okay, some made of earth, some are made of lightning. Okay, some are made of plasma, some are made of lava. You know what I'm saying? Reptilians too, yeah. One of the fallen angels, Lucifer. Lucifer is or his real name is Gadriel. He's a reptilian. He has a whole race of reptilians. You want to know about that? You read the first. First you have to have discernment to actually piece the puzzle together. Okay. I asked for this discernment, so I have it. Okay, that's why I can piece it together for you and put it on a video for you. Okay, the first and second book of Adam and Eve talk about, the first book talks about the serpent. It makes a blip after he's kicked out of the garden, and then he doesn't have any arms and legs anymore. Okay. Don't hate that, because you don't hate that. That's a gift that our true Father gave you to help you survive these times. So don't hate that. Okay? I used to hate the fact I call myself Cassandra. I don't know if you know who Cassandra is, but there was an eruption in Pompeii, Italy, off the coast, right? The island off the coast, and it was Mount Vesuvius that was erupting. And Cassandra was this. But it's like we can't do nothing about it. No, that's not true. You can pray to our true Father through his true anointed Son. His name ain't Jesus, and our true Father's name or title isn't God. Okay? So, anyway, Cassandra, I do too. That's what you're supposed to do. Pray day and night. You pray over your food. You pray for those that love you. You pray for those that hate you and that do evil unto you, because they're hurting too, and hurt people. And unless they don't have a conscience, you pray against evil. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no Sky Daddy coming to save us. Now, let me explain something. There are realms above this realm that we live in. Okay? That's why heaven is going to fall on earth before heaven and earth pass away. Okay? But at the same time, it's not how... Yes, in my Father's house there are many mansions. Okay? There are many different spaces and times of existence and different measurements of that shit. That's what he meant by that. Okay? Now, Mount Vesuvius was gonna blow. And Cassandra was a woman who had the gift of foresight. But one of the gods, the Roman gods, they didn't like her or whatever, what have you. So they cursed her that, yeah, she could still keep her foresight, her gift of foresight, but nobody would believe her when she told them. And then whatever evil catastrophe that was going to come upon that person would come upon that person, and she'd have to kind of sit there and witness it after she told them the truth. That is the Cassandra syndrome, and I suffer from that. I've suffered from it for a long time now. Okay, so Mount Vesuvius was going to blow. Okay, and it's going to cover people in ash. There are still ash forms of people who were engulfed by the ash of Mount Vesuvius, who are laying in the streets of Pompeii now, still to this day. Their ashes, their bodies are frozen there in time. Still. Okay? They're still there. This is not a lie. So, Cassandra knows that Vesuvius is finna blow. So she goes to Pompeii. Mount Vesuvius might blow again too. The reason everything is going off is because Fukushima is barreling through the earth right now. The corium that leaked and melted through the motherfucking ground and into the groundwater, and now it's going into the mantle. Well, it's been going into the mantle for the past 3-4 years now, which is why everything elevated and got ramped up. Okay, and Earth is trying to find a way to release pressure from that. That's why, Fukushima, which is nuclear radiation. Not many of us are talking about that since 2011. You need to go look up, get you a pen and paper. I'm finna tell you some channels to watch. You watch those? You did 2 videos? Good. Dana Durnford. Beautiful Girl by Dana. And The Radical Home Sister. Yes. And Organic Slant. They do videos about Fukushima, as well as Dane Wigington of geoengineeringwatch.com or .org, I forget. I think it's .com. They do videos on that. So if you're looking for something that's credible information, because to me, most of the information out there is credible. He's kind of annoying. Which one? Dana? Jeff Rense, yeah. See, and that's another thing about the Mandela effect. In the place where I come from, Jeff Rense was dead. Okay, Aaron Radcliffe or whatever his name was, the dude that who came out and told about his Rothschild friend telling him the secrets and shit, he was dead. They killed him. He's still alive. I didn't know, because in a song that I was listening to from one of my buddies, he made a Snowden. Is Snowden dead? Probably. They probably killed most of them off, and some of them they brought back as clones. Honestly, to be honest with you. But back to Vesuvius. So Vesuvius was finna blow, and Cassandra was there trying to warn people. Of course, not many people listened to her, even believed her. Hold on, I'm putting my phone down. So, as Vesuvius was getting ready to blow, she was leaving. Cassandra was leaving. And, a lot of the people was crying out, especially for her. They said she was the reason that Vesuvius erupted on them. But she wasn't. Dusty. Anyway. And that's what I noticed about a lot of quote unquote ancient peoples. They scapegoat a lot. A lot of them dealt with a narcissistic personality disorder. Okay. So they don't tell us what's in Kemet because they stole it and put it up under the Vatican. That's why they don't tell us. It's up under the Vatican. It's up under the Westminster Church. It's up under what the fuck is the name of it? What is the name of that place? The Queen's Castle. It's up under there. Matter of fact, she has the Stone of Jacob up under her throne. The Queen does. And a lot of y'all people don't know this, but the Queen she had like 3 sisters, and she killed them. And she killed her younger brother too. And she was the youngest. Yeah, and it was in Africa. Okay, the places, of learning were in Africa. And then they moved them. They're evil in nature, okay? Let's just say that. That's their nature. Their nature is evil. Okay, their bloodline is evil, yes. The thing about this is, though, there are certain things I know you don't know because there are certain books I've read you haven't. Like the Book of the Cave of Treasures. Or the first and second book of Adam and Eve. Okay? These are books that, were non-canonized for their truth. Well, uncanonized for their truth. Because when evil took over the church, evil made the truth a lie and the lie truth. And when I say evil took over the church, I mean evil as in when the true paths back to our Father, when the Catholics took it over. That's the first one. And then it went from being Italian Catholicism to... It was only the Dark Ages because they wanted to hide the fact that certain shit existed. And they killed everybody and everything who knew the truth. Until it was only their truth that was left. I'll be fine. I'm battling certain things right now, but I'll be fine. Thank you for asking, and you're such a sweetheart. You're so lovely. I'm battling evil. I actually I actually threw up earlier. Wow, you're intuitive. I threw up earlier. I threw up like at around 7 o'clock, something like that. But that's okay. Hey, nurses are intuitive. You better be. You can't just rely on what you learn in school. You have to have a certain level of your own intelligence, in order to do your job, and intuitiveness. Like, my nursing teacher, I love her. She's awesome. She isn't a nursing teacher anymore, but she was my medical law and ethics teacher. She was my nursing terminology teacher. She Okay. See, what happened was, okay, I'm working on getting rid of the cancer in my body. And in order to do that, and come about 520. Honey and cinnamon before you get a taste of it. Okay. So I went into the kitchen at 5:20 this morning, 5:30, and I mixed up some cinnamon, honey. That's why I'm repeating it. I mixed up some cinnamon, honey, and vinegar in a cup. And then you take a teaspoon of baking soda and you drink the mixture. And then you drink water behind it. So I did that. Okay. Yeah, it's apple cider vinegar. I got the Bragg's apple cider vinegar. So I did that. And then I took some turmeric with Okay. So I got up and I drank some more water, and with this water I put my the liquid oxygen, the iodine, and the copper. And I should have spaced everything out more, and because I didn't, it made me sick. Right, yeah. I said I think I should have spaced everything out more. Like maybe this afternoon I could have did I that's what I went to go do. And let me show you this book so you can get it. Hold on. Book, because sometimes I'm lazy and I don't feel like actually reading a book. Sorry, my bed's messy. um and I just got out of it. I honestly never make my bed. It's got the same comfortability when I get back in. Anyway. LOL, alright. So, I was listening to that book. And I was, I agree with most of everything he say in there. And honestly, I think I agree with everything he says. I just, right? And I just don't. What I don't do, what I didn't get is that. Well, what I didn't agree with is how he said it, but I agreed with everything he said about, like, you know, almost everything he said. See, since truth is good and the lie is evil, the only cure for the lie, which is evil, is truth, which is good. He said love is the cure, and I can't agree with that, because the opposite of love is hate. So you can't use it in order to cure something. You have to use the opposite of it, not something that's kind of like not really connected to it. Yeah, love, like unconditional love, agape love, love like, you know what I'm saying? I love you no matter what type love. You know, and he mentioned that we were told by a saint of the church to love the sinner and hate the sin, which I agree with to a certain point. Okay? Because there's two types of evil. There's the evil that want to be redeemed, and then there's the evil that wants to stay evil. Okay? And the evil that wants to be redeemed is more confused. The author, M. Scott Peck, medical doctor. Creatrix 13 put the audiobook on their channel. So yeah, you can get into that and listen to it. Got it. Good. Awesome. So I was listening to that book, and it was talking about the narcissistic personality disorder, basically. He called it something else, but nowadays it goes by narcissistic personality disorder. And because it's a spectrum of narcissists out there, and I found out that I'm a narcissist to a certain extent. Okay. A lot of people don't know who Narcissus was. You know, it's a story about a guy who was so beautiful that he was conceited with himself and so dumb that he drowned himself while trying to save himself. Okay? So there's that. He was talking about how a lot of people suffer from narcissistic personality disorder, or narcissistic complex neurosis, something like that. I forget the name. I forget it. I would open the book up, but I'm lazy. Well, not lazy, because I say I'm lazy, but I know that it's the damage in me that keeps me. Yeah, and he said that too. We all have mental disorders. And, you know, so those... Thank you. So you can tell when somebody... You are a very good nurse. I would love for you to be my nurse. I might actually get healed.